Now, the next thing we want to talk about is treatment plans. Now, you know, one of the big things about treatment plans that I see with people is don't want to feel pushy, don't want to feel like you're selling, and a lot of times what we tend to do is we project, there's a life coaching again, we project our personal situation onto the patients. What I mean by that is, I'm going to tell you a little story. I worked in an office in downtown LA. I was the office manager, beautiful practice, wonderful doctor. And one day, and it was in the middle of downtown in this mall. And so I had a lot of street traffic, right? And the street traffic, they'd walk in and they'd ask me insurance questions and I'd schedule them. But there was a lot coming at me while I was in this practice. And one day, this gentleman comes in, and very ordinary looking gentleman. There was a lot of business people. He didn't look like a business person. He looked like somebody coming from the gym. And so he asked me about his dentistry, and I could see he was overclosed, and I know my dentistry because I've been in dentistry for 30 years. So I was like, well, you know, you possibly may need, I wasn't diagnosing, you may need a full mouth rehab, and this is how it works, and I explained it to him. And he said, yes, I want to make an appointment. And he comes in, and he makes the appointment, and my doctor gives me a $60,000 treatment plan. And I'm like, oh, $60,000. I don't have $60,000 for a treatment plan. Who can afford $60,000 for dentistry? Like, this is really my self-talk that's going on. And then I was just like, you know, all I can do is, you know, explain it to him, give it to him, and if he does it, great. If he doesn't, great. That was kind of where I was at. And so after the doctor did his part, I went in, I sat down with my treatment plan, I went over the numbers, and he looked me right in the eye and he said, can I give you $30,000 today? And the other 30 when I come in and get started. And I was like, yeah! Heck yeah, you can! And make it up to Melanie Buck, no, I'm kidding. So what I realized in that moment was I projected my personal financial situation onto this person, and I judged him. I judged him based on his appearance. I had in my mind what someone who has the financial means to accept treatment looks like. I knew that he didn't have dental insurance, which also was causing another conversation with me because I was thinking, he doesn't have dental insurance, how are we going to afford this? And here, this person knew what he wanted, got the information, was motivated, and made it happen. And so I ended up building a relationship with him, and later on I asked him, I said, I just got to ask you, you know, that's a big treatment plan. Have you been saving for this or planning to do it your whole life? Or, you know, how are you doing this? And his story was fascinating. He said, Melanie, I have spent my whole life taking care of other people, never done anything for myself. And recently, my wife passed away, and I got all this money in life insurance, and I decided it's time for me to start living, and time for me to start taking care of myself. You can't see that when you look at people. You can't. You can't judge them and know where they're coming from. You just can't. So what I recommend that you do when you are presenting treatment is you take yourself out of the equation, and you hope and want the best for your patients. If you do that, the ones that are matched to it will feel your energy. Remember the intention in your energy. It will be in your water. They will feel it. They will know that you care about them, that what you are recommending for them is important and valuable, and they will accept your treatment. So that's number one. Number two is create value for your practice. To most patients, a dental office is a dental office is a dental office until they have an experience in a dental office. And so in your handouts, it gave you a sheet to really assess your practice. Everybody in the practice should know when the doctor graduated from dental school, what dental school he went to, what he likes to do. Everybody in the office should be talking about the technology in the office. We have microscopes, we have cameras, we have CIRAC machines. Whatever it is that you have, point it out to patients. It's impressive to them. They don't know about it. We see it every day. I have to walk past that CEREC machine one more time. But to the patient, they're like, oh, what's that? And it makes you have more value in your practice. And if everybody in the practice is talking about the value, feeling the value, we're back to that water again, they're gonna feel it. And they're gonna like it. I used to turn into Vanna White when I'd have new patients. I'd do the tour. Come on in, this is our doctor. This is the CEREC machine. He's been doing it for 25 years. And patients are like, wow, this is a great office. The other piece of it is your team. Edify your team. Edify your team. This is our dental assistant. She's been a dental assistant for 15 years. She's an RDA. She works really hard. She's wonderful. She's going to take such good care of you. This is our office manager. She will handle all of your insurance and your finances. If you have any questions, you call her anytime. Now, is that a different experience than sign in? We'll be right with you. Where would you accept treatment from, right? So it's really about the energy that you're bringing to everything that you do, and that you feel excited about your office. You love your office. If you love it, they'll love it. But if you showing up with tired, I'm doing the same thing, they'll feel that too. So you have the power to shift your patients, to shift your team, even your doctors. You guys have the power to shift your doctors. You really can. With your energy, with your thoughts, with your intentions. You really can. And I'm going to come back to that. So this is where we're going to get into that piece. So that's your treatment plan closure. Fill out those forms in your handouts and make sure everybody on your team knows about your doctor and knows about everything in your office and create that value.